Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Team Builder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, Westlake heads out to East Lansing, Michigan to take on the Michigan State Spartans. Last week, Westlake had a bye, and then the week before, they had their opening game against Utah, winning 69-21. Westlake was number 2 in that game. Now they have moved up to number 1 after Ohio State lost to an FCS team. Yes, you heard me right. The Buckeyes lost to an FCS team. Westlake looked very good in their Week 1 matchup against Utah State. Obviously, the defense showed growing pains, and that was to be expected. 7 new starters on that side of the ball. There's not an expectation that the defense is going to be good right away. But there was an expectation on the offense, and obviously they delivered. Stephen Westwood was outstanding in the first half, scoring 4 all-purpose touchdowns. And then once the backups were in the second half, we got to see what redshirt freshmen Keith Fleming and Marsucio Alteron could do. Both looked very impressive. The big story of that game, however, was running back Isaiah Sparks. The redshirt sophomore in his Westlake debut had 2 carries for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Expect for him to be used a lot more in this offense. As we get this one underway, a fun storyline for today's game is Westlake head coach Mason Conway faces his alma mater, the Michigan State Spartans. Westlake has never played Michigan State, so this is Conway's first time against his old team. Michigan State is led by redshirt sophomore quarterback Coco Onwosu, one of the most talented players at the position in the nation. For the second straight week, Westlake will start on offense. Usually they start on defense, but so far both games this season, they've started on the offensive side of the ball. The first play is not pretty. Cummings loses 3. Luis Davis brings him down. And do not expect Westlake to play as well as they did against Utah State, because Utah State and Michigan State are 2 very different opponents. 2nd and 12, it's the tight end, Reggie Herman, with a gain of 29. Obviously, the tight end isn't used a whole lot in this offense, so it's always good to see Reggie Herman making plays, or I guess whoever is at the tight end position. 5 wide set here on 3rd and 10 for the offense. Is Stephen Westwood going to scramble to his right? Going to go deep for the freshman Maurice Rogers, and it is incomplete. Rogers had an interception last week. Yes, he had 1 snap on defense and caught an interception. He did play corner in high school, but he is a wide receiver, and he unfortunately does not catch this one. So Michigan State has it. Here's Coco Onwosu on 2nd and 5. Going to toss it for Howard, who is wrapped up by Jacques Vallone, but not before getting a very nice first down. 2nd and 7 now for the Spartans, as it's going to be another option. Onwosu once again with a late toss for Trinigan, and he gets a first down, bringing it to the 50 before being tackled by Jacques Vallone and company. 2nd and 15 now for the Spartans. They still have not thrown the ball yet, which I find interesting, considering they have a very talented quarterback, as Onwosu under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Kind of hard to tell who made that play, but they're going to credit the sack to Nick Gardner, one of the rotational defensive linemen. There were like 4 Westlake defenders in that general area, but it was kind of hard to tell who brought him down. I guess it was Gardner who made the play. So now it's 3rd and 20 for the Spartans. Coco Onwosu going to look to throw it. Going to try to take a shot deep. And it is caught. What a throw by Coco Onwosu, but we got a flag. And this one is coming back. Holding on the offense, that is an absolute killer. The running back, Patrick Pratt, is called for the flag. And now instead of a first down in enemy territory, it is now 3rd and 30, backed up at around the 30. Michigan State's going to need another big play as Onwosu once again going to heave it deep, and this time it's intercepted. The junior safety Kevin Blanchard with his first career INT as a college player, and Westlake gets the football back. To be honest, I don't even think that was that bad of a throw by Coco Onwosu. It was right on target, but Kevin Blanchard just made a really nice play, knew exactly where to go, and Westlake gets it back. Blanchard is the replacement for Marcus Lee. Lee, a first-round pick in last year's NFL draft. Blanchard is 6'4" and has some wheels, so he's going to be a fun player to develop. 2nd and 6, there's Cassius Troy with a nice game. Troy looked quite good in the Week 1 victory over Utah State. Now it's 3rd and 3 for the offense. No Stephen Westwood. He got banged up on the previous play. Marsucio Alteron gets the snap, and he is going to be sacked by Brian Horn. So that'll force a punt. Luckily, Stephen Westwood's going to be okay, and he will be able to return to the next drive. 3rd and 4. Score remains tied at 0s. It's a screen from Onwosu over to Patrick Pratt, and he's pushed out by Kevin Blanchard, but not before gaining a first down, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. In Westlake's previous game, there was a combined total of 90 points. Doesn't look like we'll be sniffing 90 today. This game is tied at 0. Let's go to the second quarter. First play from scrimmage. Coco Onwosu under center. Going to look to throw it. He gets it to the tight end, Wesley. Not great coverage on that play by Ronald Benson, the linebacker, as the Spartans are marching down the field. Now they have it inside the 10 and around the 6. 3rd and 1. Pratt and Onwosu in the backfield as it's going to be an option. Toss for Pratt, and he loses around 5. Kevin Blanchard and Tristan Moon were both there with the play. Got to give credit to Kevin Blanchard. He has been all over the field today. And then Tristan Moon as well making the play. Tristan Moon won NCAA Defensive Player of the Week for Week 1 against Utah State, which is wild, because I don't even think he played all that well, to be honest. 4th down and around 5. Michigan State makes the field goal, and they're on the board first as it's now 3-0, and for the first time this season, Westlake is losing. Hornets have it back. 3rd and 9. Stephen Westwood on the run. What a play by Westwood as he gains around 22. Let's take a look at this one again. He jukes out the defender right here. Bulldozes through that one. Incredible run by Stephen Westwood. He is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback. I think the best dual-threat quarterbacks in next year's draft class are Stephen Westwood and Coco Onwosu, assuming Onwosu declares. First down now, a deep shot from Westwood, and it's caught. One-handed grab by Cassius Troy, and that'll bring Westlake in the red zone. Got to look at that beauty again. An excellent throw by Westwood off balance, but an even better left-handed catch by Cassius Troy, who is a righty, showing that he can make plays with his non-dominant hand. 1st and 10 now from around the 11. Westwood, a quick throw for the end zone, and it's caught by the freshman, Mo Rogers, with his first career touchdown. I'm surprised they blew the whistle on that play that early, because Rogers could have really hypothetically dropped it. Does make a nice play by holding on to the football nonetheless. And the Westlake Hornets now lead it as it is 7-3. Spartans have it back. 3 and change to play in the half. 2nd and 4. Onwosu hands it off for Pratt. And he got smothered in the backfield by the sophomore linebacker, David Harris. Harris had a rough week last week against Utah State, but has looked a lot better here against these Spartans. And I think he can say that for a number of these new starters on the Westlake defense. 3rd and 7 now for the Spartans. Receiver in motion. He'll move from the right to the left. Coco Onwosu on the screen for Pratt, and that'll be a first down. I think Ronald Benson was trying to go for the interception rather than playing conservative, and that might bite the Hornets in the butt. 2nd and 10, another screen for Patrick Pratt. It seems like this offense loves screen passes, as Pratt brings it to around the 40 before being tackled by the big defensive tackle, Big Tuna, a.k.a. Richard Rivers Jr. Now a first down for the Spartans. They have it at the 39. Coco Onwosu looking to throw it under pressure, and he's going to be sacked by the freshman defensive end, Will Herring, who in limited snaps this season, Will Herring has looked awesome. With Delvin Hines graduating after this season, obviously those are big shoes to fill. Delvin Hines is the unquestioned best player on this defense. And so far, Will Herring looks up for the task. 3rd and 14, good pressure by the nickel corner, Bob Adams, as Walton gains around 9, wrapped up by David Harris. So now it's 4th and 5 from around the 35, and Michigan State is going to go for it. Very gutsy call as Coco Onwosu keeps it and converts. Hit hard by Paul King, but he does get the first down. That'll keep the chains moving. Only 42 seconds to play now here in the first half. 2nd and 13 for the Spartans. Onwosu going to scramble again, and he is sacked by guess who? The big defensive end, number 93, Delvin Hines, with his 2nd sack of the year. So now it's 4th and 19. The Spartans are going to go for the field goal after all. If they didn't go for it, it would have been from like 52, and this one was from like 49. I know, quite the difference. So now it's 7-6, under 20 seconds remaining here in this first half. Westlake's going to need a few quick plays. They want to get on the board. 3rd and 6, quick pass for Cassius Troy. He does get the first down, but Westlake is forced to use their final timeout. Down to 7 seconds now. Stephen Westwood, quick throw for his younger brother, Carter Westwood, who makes a nice play, getting out of bounds with all around 3 seconds to play. So that will bring out the field goal unit. Here's a 54-yard kick for Zebediah Phoenix, the second, and he nails it. The freshman's first career field goal attempt is drilled. I think the previous kicker, Volker Gantz, who is known for his kick power, did not make a kick of 50-plus yards until his senior season, and he was a 4-year starter. Zebediah Phoenix's first field goal attempt from over 50 yards, he drills it. That'll do it for half number 1. Westlake leads it 10-6. We've got a very hard-fought defensive battle. The Spartans lead the second half on offense. Koko Onwosu on first down is going to be sacked. Big Tuna, Richard Rivers Jr. with the sack. His second of the season after getting a sack early in the game last week against the Utah State Aggies. 3rd and 11 now for Michigan State. Onwosu looking to throw it. Hit as he throws it by Mike Wilson. And the pass is going to be caught by Patrick Pratt. However, he only gains 5. Big tackle right there from Ronald Benson. And Westlake now gets it back. Isaiah Sparks in the backfield. He's been quiet today as he gets the handoff. Sparks trying to cut inside. Very good gain for him. And when I say he's been quiet, he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't averaged 57 yards per carry like he did last week. 3rd and 9 now. 5 receivers set. Westwood going to look to throw it, and he will get it into the middle of nowhere, trying to get that one to Tegan Moon, and instead it lands nearly intercepted by a defender. Nobody was open on that play, and that'll force a punt. 2nd and 8. Pratt loses 3. Guess who it was with the play? Delvin Hines. Westlake has the football now. These two defenses are continuing to dominate. Got to give credit to Westlake's defense. They have not allowed a touchdown against one of the better offenses in the nation. 3rd and 5. Westwood on the run. Gets it to Cassius Troy for a first down as the Hornets are now in the red zone. Going to try to make it a 2-score game. Westwood is joined by Cummings in the backfield, and he loses around 3. It has not been a great day for John Cummings. Of Westlake's 3 main running backs, Cummings, Sparks, and Irving Porter, John Cummings has definitely looked the worst this season, although he did have 2 receiving touchdowns last week. 3rd and 6. Westwood could look to throw it. Going to try to dive his way into the end zone, and he will make it to the 1. So now it is 1st and goal. Hornets are going to try to punch it in here, as Westlake is actually going to pass. I don't really get this call, as Westwood gets it to Mo Rogers, who does not get the touchdown, and we've got a player down. Stephen Westwood looks like he is in a ton of pain on the ground as we take a look at this one again. Westlake probably should have just run it. Instead, a late hit by number 91 will injure Westwood, and he will not return to the game. Keith Fleming is in the backfield here. Keith Fleming better in goal line situations because he has wheels. Fleming with the rushing touchdown. He had 2 against Utah State. Gets that one there, and Westlake leads it 17-6. I assume we will see both Keith Fleming and Marsucio Alteron without Stephen Westwood the rest of the way here in this game, as on 3rd down, Pratt does not get the first, wrapped up by Mike Wilson. Keith Fleming remains in the game as we enter the 4th, 2nd and 10. Isaiah Sparks on the run. He has a few blocks, and Sparks is pushed out at around the 35. Very nice gain right there. 2nd and 5 now for the Hornets. Keith Fleming is joined by his former high school teammate, Irving Porter, in the backfield. Porter gets the handoff, and he gets a nice run. Porter's not gotten a lot of touches this year, but when he's had the ball, he's actually looked really good. I think Westlake's got to get Porter more touches throughout this season. 1st and goal now. Keith Fleming scrambling, and he will connect with Carter Westwood for the touchdown. And Westlake now leads it 24-6. That is the first career passing touchdown by Keith Fleming. And now Michigan State is down by 18. They're going to need to string together a few drives and try to get a comeback. 2nd and 5, 4.5 minutes to go. Pratt is wide open up the middle of the field. Poor coverage there by Benson. And that's a nice first down gain for the Spartans. 2nd and 2 now inside the red zone at around the 18 or 19 yard line. Coco Onwosu, hit as he throws by Paul King. He's going to get it to Thompson, and Tony Thompson will bring it inside the 5 to around the 4. Very following play, 1st and goal. Michigan State is moving the ball very quickly down the field as Patrick Pratt scores the touchdown, and Michigan State has the chance to make this a 10-point game, assuming they go for 2, and they will. As Onwosu gonna look to throw it, and he will actually take it in himself. Onwosu showing that he's got some wheels, and Michigan State is now only down 24-14. 3:10 left to go here for Westlake and the offense. Marsucio Alteron is now in the game at quarterback, as on 3rd down he overthrows Dale McBride. That pass is incomplete. Michigan State has it back. No Coco Onwosu. Earlier on the drive, he broke his thumb. He stayed into the game for one play and is now being evaluated on the sideline, as it's Wesley Guillory in at quarterback. 3rd and 10, he way underthrows his target. Nearly intercepted by Tristan Moon. So now it's 4th and 10. This is pretty much the game. Still no Onwosu in the backfield, as Guillory will look to throw it under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Delvin Hines with the play, his 2nd QB takedown of the game. And now Westlake can choose some clock and try to end it. Keith Fleming is back in the game at quarterback, by the way. 2nd and 3, Herman in motion, as it's a fake handoff for Cummings, and Keith Fleming gets sacked by the grass for a loss of like 8. I don't know who he got tripped by. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. That would mean that Keith Fleming is the next Sam Darnold, and I don't think that's particularly a good thing. 3rd and 11, Fleming under a lot of pressure, and he's just going to try to get it away and to avoid the sack, and Michigan State has it back. And number 11 is back in the game at quarterback. Despite the broken thumb, Coco Onwosu is going to try to toughen it out and lead a comeback. 1st down, there is Walton with the reception. A few plays later, it's now 3rd and 5 with about a minute and a half left to go here in the 4th quarter. Onwosu looking to throw it. Going to take a shot deep. One-on-one coverage, and it's caught. What a grab by Alex Brown inside the 30. Bad coverage by Anthony Mitchell, who has not looked good this year. Mitchell was outstanding last year and has really struggled this season. I don't know why, but senior cornerbacks have really struggled in recent years with this Westlake team. We saw it in Season 11 with Andy Pino. We saw it to an extent last year with John Paul Patterson. And maybe we're going to see it this year with Anthony Mitchell. Michigan State continuing to drive as Onwosu gets it to Patrick Pratt for the receiving touchdown. And they've cut the lead down to 3. 24-21. Huge onside kick here, and it is going to be picked up by Cassius Troy. And Westlake can pretty much just try to ice this game, as that is how this one is over. A very hard-fought game. Got to tip your hat to Michigan State. They really fought back. Got to tip your hat to Coco Onwosu. That kid's one hell of a player. And he played that final drive with a broken thumb, and he looked really good. Even though Westlake only won by 3, I think this is a good win. The defense played really well. David Harris looked a lot better today. Jacques Vallone looked a lot better today. Kevin Blanchard looked like the best player on the field. He was outstanding. And I think the defense looked a lot better. The offense wasn't pretty, but I think this is a good win for Westlake. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.